gang, gang. No, we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that
It's week 14 of the NFL.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Lawrence will throw.
And that will be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Trucks over him, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, turned in on it, and stopped her. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Play action. It's Warner rolling to his right.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Here's a handoff to Swift.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
The Lions at 8-4 now in the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to...
Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions put the Lions' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. First and goal at the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
Hitting double digits
play
with
is
his
under review.
rushing touchdown.
This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions have taken the early lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Takes it at the 7.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now Lawrence.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Lawrence.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Pat Surtain.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Let's go now.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Warner. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A play fake. Now Warner. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and throw for it here. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So after the big play on fourth, here's first and 10. Here's Warner. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On first and 10, Warner. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a bit shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And he comes back with one complete. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. On the give, this is their fullback. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's the fullback with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. The New York set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a
touchdown, Giants. Jacoby Myers, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. That drive a 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They're going to try and throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. Eric Ebron. 33 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. Touchdown pass gets him 6. A very, very tiny two-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. We got a tie game here, back and forth first half. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The give to the fullback on the dive. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. The Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Christian Harris in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coach.
He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Warner. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Try and run with her fullback. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Block it. Check.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
22 yards there, a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man right side, Myers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 13 yards out. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It'll be Warner on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
To throw, Warner. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Warner to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Warner. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And New York set to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive, the last in the double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He finds his target, Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Harris running straight ahead. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Eric Ebron. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after right down the middle. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A little juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. Now Lawrence.
That's caught by Myers.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11
7-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Warner. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 61 yards. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Giants. Jacoby Myers with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 44 yards. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. But
it's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance with the